Go ahead and get you going. So we are going to start with last week's review of the extra practice. So last week, and if you're brand new, don't worry, you're never behind because every lesson is its own little package and we learn from beginning to end, every lesson. But if you were here before, we're going to go over last week's extra practice. We learned that when U is at the end of a word and has a consonant and then an E after it, that U is going to make its long sound. U or U. The U has two long sounds, its whole name, U, and just that last part, U. You don't have to worry about which one to say because it's going to come out naturally based on the shape that your mouth was in when it made the letter before it. One less thing you have to think about is which long sound of U to pronounce because it will come out naturally. So this first word is plutude. Plutude. Try to read these with me if you can or if you want. If you're new and if these look crazy, yeah, they are, but don't worry. By the end of this class, you will be reading words like this. We do nonsense words so that you don't rely on memory and you don't rely on guessing. I'm teaching you how to read a nonsense word so that you can read any word. Okay, number 2 is blumpude. Blumpude. 3 is chuspoon or chuspoon. Number 4 is shootaboop. Shootaboop. Is frumdoon. Frumdoom. Number 6 is shootude. Shootude. 7. Prunstoot. Prunstoot. Now let me just take a second and remind you what we talked about last time. Somebody said 4 is fun to say. That reminds me of Elf. That's fun to say. Yes, shootaboop. So look at, for instance, we have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel right here. Same with right here. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. It doesn't happen often, but it doesn't happen always, but it does happen often. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. And when you see that happening, then you can give yourself a little reading hack and divide it between those two consonants. That will make your word shorter and easier to read. So this would be blum and pude, blumpude. Chus and poon, chuspoon or pune. Shootub and boop, shootaboop. That is fun to say. So I was going to say that over here, right here. Nope. Where is a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel? Here's one vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. I'm going to divide it right here. Let me see if there's any more. Nope. I don't know if I said 7. 7 is prunstoot. 8 is clusumtroot. Clusumtroot. And number 8 is lutundrum. 9, lutundrum. Lutundrum. And 10, umtroon. Umtroon. So today, we're going to talk about, we're still on U month, and we're going to talk about the EW grapheme, which says the long U sound, U or U. But first, let's warm up with a phonemic awareness exercise. How many sounds, put in the chat, how many sounds in time? Sounds in time. Put it in the chat. Time. Don't think about the letters. Only think about the sounds. Stretch it out. Time. Good one. So there, if you said 3 or if you said 4, you'd be correct. Technically it's 3, but I is actually 2 sounds combined into one because your mouth changes shape. So time technically is 3 sounds, t, I, m. But if you break off that I sound even deeper, even more, it changes to two sounds. I. So 4 would also be correct. What about if the word was clock? How many sounds in clock? Put it in the chat. Clock. Clock. Pay attention to the shape that your mouth is in. Every time your mouth changes shape. Wow. Every single person getting this one right. Clock. 4 sounds. Oh, ah. Well done. Okay, how many sounds in I want to do beach. How many sounds in beach? Sounds in beach. Don't think about the letters. Just the sounds. Good, Amy. Good, Devana. Good, Joni. Beach has 3 sounds. B, E, ch. So the EA in beach is making 1 sound, and the CH in beach is making 1 sound. So it's B, E, ch. So let's try toothbrush, a long one. You can split it up and do tooth and brush, and then add them together. Take your time. Brush. If you're just joining us, if you just came in, we're finding how many sounds are in toothbrush and putting it in the chat. There's going to be a lot. Might be more than you think. Toothbrush, if we did tooth only, let me just take a look here. Tooth has 3 sounds. 3 sounds in tooth. Brush has b, sh, 4 sounds. So there's 7 sounds in toothbrush. T, b, sh. Hard one. Let me try something else with you, just for a little bit more phonemic awareness warm up. I can do this online. I'm just going to ask you the question, and you think to yourself what the answer is. You don't have to write anything down. I'm just going to tell you the question. Tell you the question. You think of the answer, and then I'll give you the answer. See if you were right. So you're all muted. Say the word tea. Like you're going to drink a cup of tea. Say the word tea, and then say the word tea backwards. This is really difficult, so don't worry if you're having a hard time. That's why I'm doing it. Tea backwards is eat. Eat. Let's do one more. Say the word, nonsense word, oot. Say oot, and then say oot backwards. It's really common for people to say toot. Be careful, it's not toot. Oot backwards is two. Two. Okay, we're going to do some more of those next time, but I want to go down to our lesson. This is just continually strengthening your phonemic awareness, which will strengthen your reading skills. Okay, so our new reading rule is EW makes the long U sound. You can say ooh, or like in chew. Let me write that down so you can see it. You can say ooh as in chew, or few, or you as in few. Ooh or you as in chew and few. That's a good example of those 2 sounds two long sounds. But don't worry about which one it's going to make. It's going to come out naturally. You can't go wrong, especially on nonsense words. So let's try marking your, well, mine first. Let's go over mine. You can do it with me if you want, but mark my vowels first. Here's a vowel, and I know with two consonants after it, it's going to make its short vowel sound. That's the tap 2 rule. And here's my new reading hack for the day. EW makes the long U sound. Oo or U. It will come out naturally which one. So when I pencil read it, it's D, P. When you have two of the same consonants, don't pronounce them twice. Only once. Two of the same consonants, don't pronounce them twice. Only once. So it's D, P, U. W, W. Try yours. Go ahead and mark your vowels. So while you're doing this, I love that we have such a big class today. If you are feeling brave, I would love to see your video because it helps me see your mouth when you're sounding out the words and helps me kind of gauge how the class is doing as a whole. Okay, so when we pencil read this word, it's I know that says because the next two letters are both consonants. Two F's you only pronounce once, and the EW is our new reading hack that says oo or u. So we have t, f, u. When we pencil read it, and when we sing it, like we were talking about at the beginning of class, it's tough you, tough you, tough you. If you said toughu, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. Both are correct. Number 2, mine. Circle my vowels. I know that this is going to make the short vowel sound because the next two letters are consonants. And I know that EW is our new reading hack. That grapheme makes the long U sound. So when I pencil read this word, it's t, d, oo. Trundu. Trundu. You can kind of hear the singing in there when you blend those. Trundu. Trundu. Okay, now on yours, I want you to not see the word so. So is a sight word because it breaks the phonetic rules. Sight words are called sight words because they break the reading rules. And so is a sight word because EW shouldn't say O. So if you know how to read the word sew, as in you're going to sew a costume or something, then this word might look confusing. So you have to put that sight word out of your mind. This is just a nonsense word, and it's going to follow the rule that I just taught you. So don't pay attention to the last 3 letters as so. It's going to say you, like the rule should say. So go ahead and mark yours. So when you pencil read it, I'll wait. It looks like people are still working. Pencil read it, it's p, r, a, n, s, u. Pransu. Pransu or pransu. Both are correct. Su seems to come out a little more easy, so I'm going with that one. Prunsu or prunsu. Okay. So far, so good. You guys doing all right? Oh, April, here's another so that I have to get out of my mind. Okay, it's going to say Sue. So I'm going to mark my vowels. I know that this is going to say because the next two letters are both consonants. When you see a double letter like that, it's just an instant hack that vowel before it's going to make it short sound. And also, fun fact, when you see a double consonant like that, there's a high likelihood that there is a vowel on either side. So that is a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, and you can split it right down the middle. So I will just do that. And then here is our long U sound. It's going to say oo. So when I pencil read it, it's p, o, s, oo. Plus-u, plus-u, or plus-u. Plus-u seems to come out easier. Okay, try yours. Look at here is a double consonant. You can split it right down the middle. Go ahead and mark it. So it's you. From you. Could be from you, both correct. From you seems to come out a little more naturally. From you. Please put in the chat how you're doing. Word on how you're doing. Good, nice, Ben. Oh, good, Jackie. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. It really helps. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and look at. So I have my chat pulled up right now and I'm sharing the screen. I think I've asked you this before, but I want to make sure I know the answer. Can you guys see my chat? Can you see the chat on the screen? Okay, no? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, all right, so I'm going to mark my number 4. So I know that this U is going to make its short sound because the next two letters are consonants. I know this EW is our new reading hack, and it's going to say the long U sound, oo or U. So here is a digraph. Di means two, graph means letters. Two letters that makes one sound. Shh. Put one dot underneath that. Shh. S. Shamsu. Shamsu or Shamsu. Nah, Shamsiu is hard to say. Shamsu. No, Mohammed, I didn't think that you could see the chat. I was just making sure that you couldn't see the chat because they're private for a reason. I don't want people to feel like their answers are going to be public. So that's good. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and mark yours. Okay, here's another digraph. Two letters that make one sound. Let me just talk to you about that CH real quick. CH is a real fast, hard, choppy sound. You have to be bold with it. You have to almost spit it out. Ch, ch. Otherwise, if it comes out any softer, it'll turn into an SH sound. SH is the soft, like waves on a sea. CH is like a karate chop, like a chop. So make sure you're bold when you say that sound. Let me mark this again. So here we have our digraph, ch, short U, and our long U sound with the EW. So we have ch, n, p, u. Chun-pru. Chun-pru. This right here is a really good example of of what I mean when I say the U is going to make what the long U sound is going to make whatever sound is easiest for it based on the shape that your mouth was in when it made the letter before it. For instance, the sound before it was an R, so my mouth is already here. R. So it's not going to be chun-pru. That's too hard for my mouth to do. Chun-pru is not going to be an option. It's just going to come out naturally and be chun-pru. Chun-pru. So that's two long. The U has two long sounds, U and U. You don't have to worry about which one because it will come out naturally based on your mouth shape. Chun-pru. Okay. Go down to your extra practice. Which one of these would you like me to do with you? Or I send you off on your own? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Susan, how are you so fast with these? You are always the first one to tell me which one you want me to do. So we have a lot of different ones. We have 9, 5, 4, and 4. I'm gonna honor Susan because she's so fast. So let's do 9 first. So when we mark this, I'm gonna have a long U sound here because one of the next two letters is another vowel. I'm going to have a short vowel sound here because the next two letters are both consonants. And I'm going to have a long U sound here. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, if you haven't learned this yet, a line over a vowel means it's its long sound. And this is called a brev. I made this one look like a U. I shouldn't have done that. It should be like just a little curve. That's called a brev, and that means it's the short sound. So when I pencil read this word, it's kind of long. Let me see if there's a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. No. So I'm going to do, first I'm going to make sure, I'm going to tell my brain, we pencil read so that you can tell your brain that you know every sound in there. And you know in what order they go. So your subconscious doesn't have to panic about a vowel sound because they make so many different sounds. You're going to tell your brain, you know how to read this word, and then we blend it. So, u, t, n, d, u. Now, since it's longer, I'm going to go one at a time. I'm going to go lu, lute, luta, luton, lutund, lutunder, lutundru, lutundru, lutundru. Make sure you get this R when you pronounce it. That's going to be the letter that's going to be tricky to grab onto. Lutundru. We had a couple for number 4, so let me pronounce that one for you. This vowel is going to make its long sound because of the tap 2 rule. There's another vowel 1 or 2 doors down. This vowel is going to make a short sound because there's a double consonant after it. Here is a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. I can see right there. It's easy to see with a double consonant. I'm going to put a break right there just so it's easier to decode. EW is our new reading hack for the day, and it's going to say oo. And here's a digraph, only makes one sound. So since I know I can break this word up right here, I'm going to stop there. Sh, oot, b, shoe tub, shoe tub. Now I'm going to do the next part. B, you, bew, bew. Now just because we have two B's in two different syllables doesn't mean we need to pronounce them twice. When you have two of the same consonants next to each other, you pronounce them once, except for C, but that's a different lesson. So this part is bew, this part is shoe tub. When you put it together, it's shoe tubu, shoe tubu, shoe tubu. That's a tricky one. Yes, Mary, if you have just a second after, I'm sure everybody would love to know the answer to that question. The T at the end of number 9. I'm not sure I understand your question, Blair. If you have just a second, stay after and ask that again. Actually, we're to the end of class. Go ahead and unmute if you want, Blair. If you don't want to, you don't have to, and help me know what you mean. And
I was going to tell you that, by not really paying attention and being actually conscious of it, a T tried to come in at the end. If you know what I mean.
Oh, but you caught it.
Yeah.
You caught it. Yeah. And that's amazing, because when you're a struggling reader, you usually make mistakes that you don't hear or realize that you've made. And so being aware of it is beautiful. That's progress right there. Well done. Okay, it is the end of class, so I would love to know if you have any questions. At this time, feel free to unmute